just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job. They'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And he's got Rome dashing through the snow. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Browns at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall,
that's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package has wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
18 19 White.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Tackle by Jordan Elliott.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
Tony Field that time in on the tackle. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts flushed out right. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now. 1st and goal.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. On a sneak, it's Hurts, and he'll get in. in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he gets it down to the 32. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. 1st
and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway from the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick into him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I do.
Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher than guys trying to get to the football. Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To try again after the sack. Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on second down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain movement. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then some.
Watson on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll take this to the 46. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He finds his target, Allen. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Colts. Keenan Allen. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Hurts. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Rolling to his right. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Powering forward. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
18 Cardinals.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah Likely from 3 yards out. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
A give running right is Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime is really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Indianapolis, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.